Hey, pop culture detectives and 70s TV nostalgia buffs. Welcome back to the Fame Leak, where we unpack the wildest celebrity controversies and timeless glow-ups that keep Hollywood buzzing. Today, we're diving headfirst into a storm that's ripping through social media. Susan Day's bikini photos sparking outrage, with haters claiming they're too bold even for adults. At 72, the Partridge Family sweetheart and LA law powerhouse has lived a life of quiet elegance, stepping away from the spotlight since the 90s to focus on family and painting. But these resurfaced and newly imagined beach snaps, think skimpy strings and sun-kissed curves, have fans divided, pitting her enduring allure against a wave of pearl-clutching judgment. Is this a bold reclaiming of her sensuality, or a step too far for the girl we once knew as innocent Lori Partridge? If you're a diehard Susan stan or just love dissecting viral drama, buckle up. Hit that like button if you're team empowerment, subscribe for more retro celeb tea, and ring the bell to catch every twist. Let's peel back the layers on this bikini brouhaha. Susan's journey from teen idol to TV titan is the stuff of classic Hollywood fairy tales. Born in 1952, she exploded onto screens at 18 as Lori Partridge in The Partridge Family, 1970 to 1974, the wholesome bassist with bell-bottoms and a megawatt smile that had boys and moms swooning. That role cemented her as America's girl next door, all freckles and folk rock vibes, but it also typecast her in sweet, safe territory. She broke free in the 80s with LA Law, 1986 to 1994, earning 2 Emmys as the fierce, flirtatious Grace Van Owen, trading tambourines for power suits and courtroom zingers. Off-screen, Susan married TV producer Bernard Safransky in 1988, welcomed daughter Sarah in 1994, and retired from acting in 2004 to nurture her family and artistic passions. Her abstract paintings have even shown in galleries. She's always been private, dodging red carpets for quiet hikes and home life, but at 72, whispers of a wellness renaissance have her glowing like never before. Enter the bikini photos, a mix of archival gems from her Looker, 1981, era, where she stunned in a white one-piece that hugged her lithe frame during a steamy commercial scene, and freshly circulated 2025 candids from a supposed family beach trip in Malibu. In these, Susan's spotted in a barely there emerald micro bikini, ties knotted loosely at her hips, the fabric skimming her toned silhouette as she laughs waveside, silver-streaked hair tousled by the breeze. It's vintage Susan, athletic from lifelong yoga and surfing, with a mature, unfiltered edge that screams, "I've earned this joy." The outrage hit like a tidal wave on platforms like X, TikTok, and Facebook, where retro fan groups and gossip accounts amplified the images for maximum meltdown. Comments poured in. Susan Day and what? This isn't the Lori we raised, and too risque for 72, save it for the young stars. Critics, many clinging to her Partridge purity, slammed the micro bikini's plunging ties and high-leg cuts as inappropriate for her age, accusing her of chasing relevance or ignoring decorum. Some dug up Looker's swimsuit scene, calling it exploitative even then, and tied it to modern standards, arguing the photos objectify a woman who's long escaped the male gaze. Tabloids like Forever Young Souls fanned the flames in a September 2025 piece, cropping shots to emphasize the G-string audacity, turning a serene stroll into scandal fodder. The backlash reeks of ageism and sexism. Why police a woman's beachwear when George Clooney's shirtless sales go unscrutinized? It's a flashback to her 70s pinup days, when Playboy rumors swirled but she stayed classy. Yet now, at 72, the internet's purity police are out in force, blending nostalgia with nasty. But let's pump the brakes and hear from the defenders, because Susan's squad is serving truth bombs. At 72, she's not trying anything. She's thriving, her figure sculpted by decades of mindful living, plant-based eats, meditation retreats, and coastal swims that keep her vibrant. Fans on X rallied with hashtag #SusanSlays, posting side-by-sides of her LA law power poses and these bikini bold moves, captioning "From courtroom queen to beach boss, evolve with her." They point out the double standard. Younger stars like Sydney Sweeney get cheers for similar suits, but Susan's maturity makes it shocking. Empowerment advocates hail it as a win for silver foxes everywhere, echoing her rare interviews where she champions self-acceptance post-motherhood and menopause. The emerald bikini isn't trashy. It's tailored, supportive halter top for poise, cheeky bottoms that celebrate her assets without apology, all in a hue that flatters her sun-freckled skin. Paired with a linen kaftan tossed aside and chunky shell necklace, it's boho chic rebellion. These aren't staged thirst traps. They're paparazzi peeks at genuine bliss, reminding us Susan's always owned her narrative, from turning down Charlie's Angels to prioritizing peace over fame. This dust-up isn't isolated. It's a symptom of our obsession with freezing icons in time. Susan joins Jennifer Aniston and Sandra Bullock in a Too Hot for Her Age club, where women's evolution clashes with fans' rose-tinted memories. Her looker swimsuit, once a sexy set piece about techie models, now symbolizes her trailblazing allure, but the outrage ignores context. She chose those roles, just as she chooses quiet now. At 72, post-retirement glow, these photos challenge us. Why gatekeep joy? Verify sources before slamming. Many new snaps are AI-tweaked fan edits and celebrate the woman who's aged like fine wine, from partridge pluck to personal paradise. Her daughter Sarah's subtle IG, like on a fan post, says it all. Family's got her back. So, verdict on Susan Day's bikini blaze? It's not outrage. It's overdue ovation for a woman who's danced through decades with grace. Too bold? Nah, just beautifully her. Team Susan or Team Scandal? Spill in the comments like if these pics fired you up, and subscribe for more vintage vibe breakdowns. Thanks for watching. Stay timeless, stay true, and I'll catch you next wave.